Henry, nearly 50 years old, fell in love again. The object of his affection was Catherine, 30 years his junior. The youthful energy Catherine radiated made Henry feel something he hadn't felt in a long time. But this meant neglecting his wife Anne, actually, and didn't mind sleeping alone, because she was now more worried about something else. She feared she would be killed, because William, who arranged this marriage, without any warning, was arrested on charges of treason. How could Anne not panic after learning this? So when dining with Henry, she didn't dare take even one bite of food, afraid it might be poisoned. But she was also afraid of angering Henry. When the spoon reached her lips, she simply couldn't bring herself to eat. Henry didn't want to stay there any longer either. He stood up and ended the meal. He even discussed divorce right in front of Anne. That same evening, Henry received a letter from William. In the letter, William took full responsibility for the marriage. He said he knew and had a prior engagement, but still arranged this marriage. The king was just an uninformed victim. Because his conscience troubled him after learning of Anne's engagement, he was unable to consummate the marriage with her. Therefore, this marriage was invalid. Meanwhile, Anne, who had been living in fear, finally received definitive news.
Madam, it is my duty to inform you that Parliament, the convocations of Canterbury and York, have found your marriage to the king to be invalid, on the grounds of your pre-contract with Lorraine, His Majesty's lack of consent to the marriage, and its non-consummation. The marriage is thus declared null and void, and from henceforth it is the king's pleasure that you call yourself his sister. Do you consent? In which case I can tell you that the king has settled upon you a handsome annuity of £4,000 per annum, as well as the manors of Bletchingley and Richmond, and also Hever Castle, so long as you remain in England, and since His Majesty confirms that you are still a maid. You are free to marry whom you choose.
After learning the outcome, Anne breathed a sigh of relief. After all, compared to being executed, this ending could be considered perfect. Precisely because Anne was obedient and compliant, Henry didn't mistreat her. Among Henry's 6 wives, Anne had the best ending. Who would be the next victim?